Welcome to Uncontained Episode 2 with actor Daniel Hampel. Originally from the Bay Area and moving to the Midwest, Iowa to be exact, the place I moved from. Kind of like an episode of Trading Places in a way. And we cover a wide range of topics from films he's in and Blu-ray releases, such as the Demonica Blu-ray release with Scream Queen Linnea Quigley, and also starring himself. We talk impersonations, horror movies, and reminisce over cartoons such as The Gummy Bears and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I enjoyed recording this interview, and I think you'll enjoy listening to it. Here it is, episode 2 of Uncontained with actor Daniel Hampel. All right, so welcome, Dan. This is Uncontained. I'm your host, Aaron Static Render. How have you been, Dan?
Fantastic, man. I woke up this morning with a pounding headache. Had a wonderful party last night concerning the Blu-ray release of Demonica starring Linnea Quigley, and this is a production by Prescribed Films.
Okay, are you in this movie?
Yes, I'm actually the star of it. I know a lot of my friends who co-star with me and star alongside of me might find me a little pretentious if I say that I'm the main star, but you could look at it that way.
Okay, all right. We will look at it that way, at least for the purpose of this show. The star of Demonica,
Oh my.
Dan Hampel.
It's a pleasure to be on with you, Static. You're amazing. And I just want to say, first off, Iowa has been missing you a lot, and you've been gone. And KRNA, I don't know if I should mention that, but I think KRNA is missing out on you, and so are its followers. So we can't wait to see you back here, man.
Well, I appreciate that a lot. I am blushing on this side of the microphone. Uh, but I miss Eastern Iowa as well. But one thing I don't miss about Iowa is the winters and being out here on the West Coast, in the Bay Area. I don't have to deal with that. So,
Yeah,
it's...
you're out in the East Bay?
Yeah, I'm in the East Bay, kind of closer to Oakland than San Francisco.
Yeah, I've been to Oakland before. You definitely need a concealed carry permit, or don't go there.
There's areas of Oakland that are a lot better now. They've had these things like it's like pop-up shops and stuff like that where they'd like encourage retailers to come in, and they'd give like the first like year lease free or something.
Right.
I may be speaking out of my ass on the details, but it got people to move in and business going in Oakland, which is really kind of cool.
Nice.
So it's starting to thrive, but that means rent prices are going up in Oakland and everything too. So that part kind of sucks, but
It always does. It's economics, man. It's society.
I know, man. I know. It's, you make a place nicer, you can charge more to live there.
Right.
If you're worried about getting your ass shot, you probably don't have to pay much in rent.
It's the truth. Oh God, Northern California, how I do not miss you.
How long ago were you here in Northern California?
Oh man, it seems like yesterday, but really it was 2006 that I bounced out of there, and I've been keeping in contact with all my buddies out there in the Bay Area, and they're just, doing the same thing and being the same way, and it seems like the economy hasn't changed. California is a beautiful, beautiful place to live.
That it is.
But it's going through some rough times, and I don't know. We'll speak more lightheartedly.
Yeah, we don't need to get into the drought and everything like that. Hopefully it rains soon. One thing I do miss besides just rain is lightning and thunder. We don't have that out here. I miss a good old thunderstorm.
Oh my God.
And being the crazy guy out on the porch, just standing there, like watching lightning strike, tornadoes go by.
Did you see what I posted on Facebook? I don't know if you follow me or not, and
I do follow you on
oh my
Facebook.
God, man! I was doing a commercial shoot because I also grip as well as act, and so I was I was doing the shoot for Mercy Hospital and out in out here in the Midwest, and I was up on this boom, this JLG, this man lift with an 18,000 watt light that we call it an 18K, and I'm sitting up there during a storm and thunder starts rolling in and it starts downpouring like crazy, and all of a sudden on the on my back, right below my neck, all across my shoulders, my skin starts raising up and I can feel electricity. And I start screaming down to the other guys, dude, shut the light off. And I didn't know that I actually had the option to shut the light off myself up on the boom. But he shuts the light off, and instantly all of that uh, all of that static
Yep.
electricity uh, dissipates and it goes away, and I get the boom down on the ground and the cell rolls through. But man, I'll tell you something about thunder. Wow.
Yeah, thunder. I miss it, man. Like earthquakes kind of simulated a little bit, like the smaller one, like little rattles of a house or whatever. I haven't had a big earthquake out here. I've only heard thunder a couple times, but it kind of energizes you. You actually feel the energy of the storm.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that I was about to get hit by lightning.
Yeah,
My hair was standing up.
that's a little close. That's a little close, but yeah. My uncle actually has been struck by lightning, which is pretty crazy. He survived though, so that's good.
Really? Where did this happen?
In the Chicago area. He was watching one of my cousins' either basketball games or wrestling meets or something like that, and it came in through the gymnasium window and struck him.
That's impossible.
I would say so too if I did not know it was a fact.
Wow. So is he doing okay?
Oh yeah, that was multiple years ago, probably about 15, 20 years ago. And he's doing fine. He had a rehab process, but you know, he can shoot like electric bolts out of his finger now and all that good stuff. But you ever seen Ernest Goes to Jail
Yeah.
when they try to electrocute him? That's the way my uncle is.
Yeah. Oh man, a lot of people tell me that I look like that dude. What's his name?
Ernest P. Worrell, or I don't know, I don't remember his real name right off the top of my head. Carney, Jim Carney or something like that.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, a lot of people tell me I look like that dude.
Maybe you can take over the Ernest franchise, like Ernest 2.0 or something like that.
Dude,
Ernest Goes to Iowa.
believe me, I've thought about it. uh,
Can you do the voice though? That's the question.
what does he say? Uh, what's
Something Vern.
come on, Vern? You know, something.
Yeah,
Uh, you hear that, Vern? You know, he's got
that's it. That's it. Man, it's been so long since those shows.
dude.
The,
Oh man, like early '90s, late '80s.
yeah, didn't the dude die from cancer of some sort?
Oh, bless his soul. I don't know what happened to him. I should look into it more because a lot of people keep comparing me to him, and I don't know why. I guess you'd have to see me in person and watch me laugh like a dumbass, and then my face looks like his when I do that. But
Well, there we go.
there
We'll
it
have
is.
to. There it is. Oh man. So when you're not being compared to Ernest P. Whirl or T. Whirl, what are you up to besides going to record or Blu-ray release parties? What's all going on with you?
Oh goodness, man. That's a thank you for asking. First of all, well, I am a professional actor and filmmaker out of Iowa. Of course, no.
How is that? You know, how'd you get into a lot of people are like professional actor out of Iowa? Don't realize that Ashton Kutcher, Elijah Wood, and all those came from Iowa. But how'd you get into acting in Iowa?
Okay, so let me bring it back just a little bit here, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so night. Oh man, I think I was 11 years old, and I looked on television screen and I saw this guy just acting like a complete ass, and uh, it was Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and I was too poor to go and see the movie, so I would like sit there and wait for the trailer, the advertisement to come on television, and there's this Ace Ventura, this Jim Carrey guy, and I said to myself, that's what I want to do for a living, you know. That's who I want to be. I want to be an actor, and I want to be an actor just like him. Well, life smacks you in the face, and it doesn't happen. So eventually, what happened was I got into filmmaking through Grip and Electric. Found a small production that led me on to another one, that led me on to another one, and I kept doing lighting, and I kept seeing these actors in front of these cameras, and I was saying, oh, so that's how they do it. I figured out what it takes to actually act in front of a camera. So I started acting, and eventually I got an agent, and I started getting paid for it. Um, Nothing substantial, and I'm not even anywhere near famous. I probably never will be. Let's be realistic. That's the one thing that I want everybody to know is that, you can be a good actor, you can be a bad actor, but, fame, don't look for that. Just do it for the passion.
Okay, good advice to anyone.
And so uh, what we're doing lately is okay. So this year we had Night of the Babysitter, a film by Louis Dorge, amazing director. Um, and Night of the Babysitter stars Dora Madison Burge. A lot of people will recognize her from Dexter and Friday Night Lights. And I have a supporting role in that, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm actually an associate producer on that film. Then later we started, let's see, another production company that I'm working with called Okapi Pictures. Um, has a film called My Friend Max, and My Friend Max is a story about a young girl who has to come to terms with growing up and coming of age, and it stars the amazing Doug Jones himself. That's Abe Sapien from Hellboy, from the Fantastic Four. He's the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, yeah,
Fantastic.
okay.
Yeah, the most famous guy that you would never know his name because he's constantly a character and you'll never see his face. And um, uh, the other one is, that release party that I just woke up from last night. The release for Demonica from Prescribed Films, and you can actually go to prescribedfilms.com and buy Demonica. Man, it stars Linnea Quigley and myself, and it's a lot of fun. It's so funny. It's so funny. Everybody laughs. It doesn't matter if they know us personally or if they are completely impartial to the film. They just laugh so hard. It's a hilarious horror comedy. I encourage everybody to go out, buy it at prescribedfilms.com. But yeah, thanks for the plug, Aaron.
Yeah, yeah. So horror comedies in my mind are like the best comedies, or best horror movies, the
Of
best type.
course.
The ones that take themselves too seriously and accidentally become a comedy,
Right.
those can be good, but sometimes it's just terrible. But when you go like say Army of Darkness style on something,
Yeah.
and it's just this is my boomstick,
Yep. Yep.
then those are the horror movies that I'm into, because quite honestly most of them don't really scare me, but when
Right.
they make me laugh and maybe make me jump just a little bit, that's what I'm looking for in a horror movie, and it sounds like that's what that's got.
Man, I wish I could. I wish everybody could just go to um, prescribedfilms.com and watch the trailer. It's so ridiculous. It is awesome. It's one to behold, and it owns itself. Demonica really owns itself. The way that it's shot, the jokes, the way that it's written. Chris Simmons Jason Bollinger, Mike Saunders. They're amazing, amazing folks to work with, amazing writers and directors and producers. But to speak most generally, I need to make it known, man. Like I said, I am a comic lover at heart. I love comedies, and I find myself in a lot of horror films. And people, they ask me, they say, "Well, what did you think of, this movie, that movie?" And I have to look at them and just say, "Well, I never saw it." And I wonder if all of a sudden I just got taken down a notch in their,
Lose a couple cool points.
yeah, and it's not like that. I love horror, but I am just a passionate MFer when it comes to comedy, and that's what I brought to Demonica, was the Jim Carrey style kind of, joking, and the oh, what's that dude's name from Andy Griffith and the other dude?
Andy Griffith, huh?
No, Andy Griffith. Who was the deputy? Fife.
Oh, Don
Don
Knotts.
Knotts. Yeah, man. In Demonica, I pull off kind of like a Don Knotts kind of Jim Carrey thing. So,
Okay, all right.
dude, hey, you know what?
And how much can people get this for on at prescribedfilms.com?
Okay.
Like you said, it's for sale?
Okay, yeah, and it is Blu-ray, so it's gonna be $23 total after shipping and everything. So it's up there, but it's worth it, man. There's so many behind the scenes and bloopers, and it's just to die for.
Okay, cool. And so you got like do you have like director's commentary and
Oh yeah,
everything on that,
oh
or
yeah, and we have you know who we have on commentary for Demonica?
who's that?
Justin Beam, writer at Fangoria magazine. He actually was in before I would credit him with this, I would credit him that he is a very popular writer at Fangoria magazine, but he was also in Sharknado, dude.
Sharknado. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe they made a sequel of it, but I can,
Yeah.
At first I thought when you were saying his name, I thought you were gonna say Justin Bieber, but that would have been hilarious on its own.
That's
But
funny because
still,
I work part time at a used car lot and like 7 miles away from here, and there's a guy that works there. His name is well, anyway, his last name is Bieber, and he is relatives with Justin. But that's funny.
really,
Yeah.
that's funny. You got to give him some shit. Be like, oh yeah, you got the Bieber fever.
You got the Bieber fever.
I got the fever.
I got the fever for Bieber.
Yes, yes. Hopefully the Bieber fever finds a antibiotic sometime soon that puts it
Lord
ends the Bieber fever, you know.
help us.
Yes, if we're all lucky.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
So you touched on a few films there, Dan. What is the Night at the Babysitter's about? Night of the Babysitter. I'm sorry.
Night of the Babysitter is well, it can be better explained by what you have to do. We've got to have Louis Dorge. We've got to have Louis Dorge on a podcast soon. The director of Night of the Babysitter. It's an amazing script. It's shot on film, Super 16, by an award-winning cinematographer named or director of photographer named Jeff Wedding.
Okay.
And he could describe it to you much better than I could. I don't want to do it any injustice by describing it inappropriately. But Night of the Babysitter, I would say that it's a girl that pretty much gets back at those who harmed her in the past by murdering them.
Murder.
Oh yes. So and it is the always sexy, beautiful, amazing, and talented Dora Madison Burge who is the babysitter. And
Okay. So it's not like Adventures of Babysitting or anything like that. It's actually a horror film.
it is a horror film, and there is little to laugh at except for my stupid cameo, where I play a supporting role of an overly overzealous basketball coach. I guess you could imagine I had been fired and from my post at the men's high school or college basketball, and I've been demoted, if you will, to girls basketball. So I kind of have to I
Okay.
have a stick up my ass, and it's like it's pretty funny, dude. I'll send you the original audition that I actually sent in to them. But yeah.
Sounds good. I've actually seen some of the pictures from that on Facebook when I was looking through your profile.
Oh no.
So that looks like classic. If I recall right, do you have like the sleazy, like almost porn mustache on there? Or
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
oh yeah, not that. That's how you know you're a good basketball
Of
coach.
course. No, if you do not have a sleazy porn mustache, I'm sorry, but you do not belong in a gym.
Yeah, so especially as a girls basketball coach.
Mm, indeed.
And the guys basketball coach can get away without it, but if you're a demoted basketball coach that got in trouble and are coaching the girls with a stick up your ass, you need that porn
Of
stash.
course. Absolutely. I mean, uh, you know, is the sun going to shine tomorrow? You know, you need the porn mustache.
Yes. So looking at the picture, I'm actually looking at it on my phone right now as I'm talking to you. I see. So does this take place at Iowa City High then, or?
Yeah, yeah, it actually it does. And that to the if you're looking at it on your phone, picture right, that's Dora Madison Burge, and picture left to my right in the picture is this amazing model. She goes by I can't. Anyway, her name is Annie, and she is beautiful, gorgeous, full of love, a wonderful person, cares about all things living, and you know, she is the spokesmodel for Camel cigarettes. And
Camel Cigarettes has a spokesmodel?
her, I'm telling you this, like, her face was on the you know how you can go and look at cigarette packages and they have this cellophane that is colored and it has like art and pictures and stuff on it surrounding the package.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so she was on the she was on the face of Camel cigarettes, and uh, she was on Camel Crush Blue cigarettes, and
Okay.
yeah, it was pumped out all over the world with her beautiful face on there, and yeah, I'm very proud to call her a friend, and yeah.
That that's cool. Does she actually I don't want to get her in trouble with Camel if she doesn't, but does she actually smoke?
Uh,
Or don't throw that out there if you don't know for sure. But I was just gonna ask if she sounded like one of the sisters off The Simpsons, but looked like a model. But sounded like what are Marge's sisters' names on The Simpsons?
oh, I just asked her this because she is best
Talking
friends.
like this.
Yeah, she is best friends with Mike Judge.
Really?
That is hilarious that you just said that.
Well, I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah, she goes fishing with Mike Judge. You know, that's amazing that you put that together, Static, and you didn't even know what. Wow.
It's what I do, man. It's what I do. What can I say?
Yeah,
Sometimes I stumble onto the right path.
yeah. You hit it. Right. Wow. Yeah, she's down there in Austin, Texas, and her and Mike Judge are good buddies, and I think her and I got wasted with a bunch of friends one night, and I believe I like did some kind of impression of Hank Hill over the phone to Mike
Like,
one night.
let's hear your Hank Hill impersonation.
God damn
I
it, Bobby.
It's not bad. I got one too. Like, God damn it, Bobby! From now on, when I ask how was your day, I mean how was shop class?
Well, They're back there beating off in the garage, and I just can't handle it.
I will give you the edge on the
No, no,
Hank Hill impersonation. I'll give it to you.
no. I murdered it. You.
God damn it, Bobby.
I'm sorry, Dad. Oh, poor Bobby.
Yes, he's always trying to jump rope when other kids are playing ball.
Oh goodness, yeah. That was another thing that brought up. Man, you create so many avenues. Man, I worked with Brittany Murphy about 5 years ago before she sadly passed away. She was the voice of Luann on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and she was so amazing. And I did my impression to her, and I don't think she was very impressed.
You did an impression of Luann or
I
Hank?
did an impression of Hank, but
Okay.
Luann, oh, I don't know how to do it. I just make stupid voices.
You just got to mess around with those voices, and sometimes you'll land on them. Like, do you do a walk-in impersonation?
Oh, uh, let me tell you, Static. Listen, you're a good guy. It's just that your show, it's a piece of crap. You know. I mean,
What I found is like to the secret to doing Christopher Walken.
uh
All right, you obviously take like an East Coast accent, and then you mix it with Valley Girl
huh.
because
Do it.
it's like oh my God, no,
No.
you animals! I tell you, Dracula, he never scared me, but marsupials do because they're fast.
Dude, you've nailed it. Where did you get that from?
I it just dawned on me one day because like I heard him like going like oh my God. I was like, that is so Valley Girl, dude. Like, and that from that day on, it was like, I got it. Valley Girl and East Coast accent with it's the Valley Girl speech pattern, pretty much. It's like, yeah, animals.
All right,
I
all right.
tell you.
Here's what I got. All right. Static, can you please recite the alphabet in um walking tone?
Walking
Yes, yes, walking.
Uh,
Just do it.
yeah, like A, B. It's weird doing the alphabet as walking. A, B. It almost comes out like a southern like challenged person as I'm doing that.
Hey,
Like, yeah,
B-
A, B,
C.
C, D, E, F, G,
Oh.
H, I, J, K, L, M. Yeah, that's Z. I've never done the alphabet as walking. I've said many things. Can you do the alphabet as Arnold?
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Well, Arnold, welcome.
Yeah, oh.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Welcome to Arnold's Pizza Shack. Listen, I tell you, the ABCs are. I am the gummy bear of California. I am the gummy bear of
did you
California.
Gummy bear of California?
I'm the gummy bear of California.
All right. Yes, the gummy bear of California, bouncing here and there and everywhere on adventures beyond compare. Do you remember that show?
No.
Gummy bears?
Oh, hell yeah, I remember that. No.
Like you don't. It was a cartoon when I was a kid. I watched it. It was like there's Google it. You'll find the theme song, and yeah, we can cut this whole part out if one of it sucks, but I'm keeping it.
All right. Gummy bears. Yeah, there it is. Wow. Oh,
Actually,
yeah, of course I remember gummy
they
bears.
drink the gummy berry juice and
Yep.
jump everywhere. Like they could bounce like 20 feet in the air.
Dude, how old are you?
I am 35.
You know what? This is in our time. Yeah, I can't believe.
There you go. We found it. I actually found a punk Go ahead, let that play. I found a punk version of that song once before too. It was kind of funny. Oh, it's just a show. You don't have the theme song going?
Man, I wish I had the theme song. I don't. I can't find it. But yeah, no, I get you, man.
Yeah. Okay. Man, back when cartoons were cartoons, man. I miss the cartoons of the old days. Like G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles
Oh
and stuff. They brought Ninja Turtles back, but it wasn't the same.
no, it wasn't.
Even the theme song, man. Like when I was in college, they like had a new like Ninja Turtles instead of being like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtle in the Half Shell,
Turtle
Turtle
Power.
Power. It was just turtles, 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 turtles. Just saying turtles over and over again.
Yeah, and
It's like,
that's why I shut the TV off.
oh yeah, you don't watch much TV?
No, no. It's not that I don't watch much TV. It's just that when that happened, like you're saying, I was done watching TMNT.
Yes, yes. And I watched an episode or two just for sentimental reasons, I guess. Being like, I remember back in the day, Cowabunga, man. Totally tubular, bro.
Tubular. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I apologize to the listeners out there for this trip down memory lane,
Don't
but
you dare apologize, Static.
all right, fine. I'm not sorry. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's right. All
Fuck
kinds
it all.
all kinds.
God damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby. I told you to quit whacking off in my trailer.
Oh man. So, what all like you've been doing movies? What have you been doing in your free time, man? If you have had any, you've been sounding pretty busy.
Oh, free time, man. I love fishing. I love fishing and I love nature and going out and saying hello to my local friends. I hardly ever get to say hi to them and uh, just just being me, man. It's awesome, you know. Uh, my we went to the river, Iowa River, and caught a 6 pound blue catfish, and um, it was great because we don't have that species here in Iowa, and not much anyway. But to finally catch one, and of course I release it. I can feed myself. I don't need to kill it, kill a fish to eat. But it just the sport of it is just a lot of fun. So fishing, working on cars,
Okay.
doing all kinds of side jobs and stuff. I like to keep myself busy. So yeah, that's it.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Like when okay, I'm interested. When moving from California to Iowa, what were you expecting to find?
Well,
like I know people out here like have a certain like preconceived notion of what somebody from Iowa is supposed to be like, and I completely fuck with their minds when they meet me. Uh but what was your interpretation of what you were getting into when you moved to Iowa?
well, well, you're you're asking a really good question, but it's loaded with answers. Here's
That's fine. We got time.
here's the thing. My mom was actually born here in Iowa, and she met my dad, who came here from Poland. He came here from Warsaw, and he came during the Solidarity movement in Europe, and he got here in the mid '70s. They met in Denver and started a life, and I was born in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Sacramento and raised in Vacaville and Fairfield. And it turned out that about when I was 7 or 8, my mom decided, we just got to get back to Iowa. My mom being the traditional Midwestern conservative, and she didn't see the future for California for myself or whatever. So we moved back here, and I have been raised here in Iowa and in California, the Bay Area, back and forth my whole life. And
Okay.
one thing I can say is that, man, you will never meet the same people in California that you'll meet in Iowa. But I'm not trying to sound negative about California. California has amazing people, amazing friends, amazing people to meet and hang out with. Iowa, it's simply just more family like, you know.
I can see that.
And so yeah, and so I decided to stay out here, you know. I tried to audition and get into films out in California, and it didn't work. And a lot of people, they're really trying to swindle you and stuff like that. But that's the film industry. That's strictly the film industry. That's not talking about the actual people of California, because I love Californians.
Yeah, and now you don't actually have to live out here to make it, with
Interesting.
the power of the internet and everything like that.
Yep.
Uh, you can be discovered from anywhere, really.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny when I'm out here, like one of the first times out, people always ask me, like, is it a big culture shock moving from Iowa to here? And I'm like, no, not really. They're like, welcome to a blue state. I was like, Iowa's a blue state for the last like 3 elections. Uh, and like, they're like, aren't you weirded out by all the gay people here? I was like, dude, gay marriage has been legal in
Exactly.
Iowa
Yep.
for I don't know how long, and it's still illegal here. They're like, oh, kind of expecting me to be like, man, that damn dare, man, I tell you what. Man, I don't know. It's weird out here with all these gays and things. It's like, wow. The only thing that really got me like culture shock was the first time I saw a bum taking a shit in the street. I was like, okay, I don't see that back in Iowa.
Well, if you were standing out front in my yard, you'd probably see it. But uh,
Are you say you normally take a shit in your front yard?
I
Is that what you're saying, hinting to?
I don't know what happens at 3 a.m. All I know is all I
You're out there howling at the moon, taking a dump in your yard.
all I know is that I wake up the next day and she's mad at me, man.
And it's like people drive by. Oh, that's that crazy guy that's from California.
Exactly. There's the reversal there. Oh,
And also out here, I've noticed like the sense of humor is much more conservative, I guess.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I did some stand up out here, and I referred to homeless people as bums.
Right.
And somebody came up to me after the show. He's like, that'd be a whole lot more funny if you referred to them as homeless instead of bums, because that's not nice. And I was like, fuck you, dude. That's retarded. And then he got mad at me for saying retarded.
Oh
And
no.
yeah. It's like, don't use the R word. And, it's like, okay, whatever, dude. And then, like, even like how you treat friends out here is a lot different too. Back home, you make fun of your friends. That's how you know you like each other.
Yeah.
Back in Iowa, it's like, hey, what's up, fucker? And do a little bust in the balls. First time my girlfriend heard me answer the phone out here to one of my friends back home, I was like, hey, what's up, Doug? You filthy motherfucker. And she's like, you talk to your friends like that?
Of
And
course.
it's like, yeah, that's how they know we care.
Yeah.
If I didn't like him, I wouldn't talk to him.
No, it's so true, and I don't know. It's kind of like a uh, it's a brotherhood kind of speak. I don't know how to describe it. All I can say that it is exclusive to Iowa, man, and we just
It,
get each other, you know.
it kind of persists. It's from like Iowa East, kind of like,
Okay.
because in like New York and whatever they do, like, oh, I'm just busting your balls, man. I'm busting your balls. Like, who's this no good hack over here? Huh?
Eh.
Type thing. And yeah, it kind of, as further you go west, the less it's like prevalent. You can't just go over like and bust somebody's balls without them being like all hurt over it.
No, it's fine, Tommy. Listen. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't mean anything by it. Huh?
I want to tell you. Yeah, I want to tell you. Your girl gives a great blowjob. Okay, so.
Yes, that's kind of how it is. But out here, if you did that, somebody would be upset.
Yeah, of
Back home,
course.
your friends would know you're joking, and they'd come back with some other sarcastic, possibly hurtful line.
Yes, and then you hug, and you just realize that you just enlightened each other.
And if it's really bad, you cuddle,
If it's really
make up
bad.
for it. You hug it out, then cuddle and all that good stuff. Ah, man. I don't know. My buddy Doug and I, like, if we actually get to the point where we make one of the other of us feel uncomfortable,
Yeah.
we're like, wow, dude. Wow, that's impressive. You made me feel uncomfortable. You give the person props for it, and then you try to make them feel uncomfortable afterwards.
That's the only way to follow it up,
It's like, I got nothing, man. Or else you just be like, I got nothing on that, man. You got me, you sick fucker.
Yep.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's the main difference I see between Iowa and the West Coast. I guess rain
Yeah.
is one of them. There's no rain out here, at least not for a while. Just drizzles occasionally. Thunderstorms, no fireflies, and people expect you to treat friends nicely out here.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not. And bums crapping in the street,
Bump
or
scrapping in the street, unless you are in front of my house.
unless you're in front of Dan's house. Yes.
Yeah.
Dan Hampel dumping in his yard, howling at the moon
Uh,
or the sun, depending on if it's noon.
I swear, there's a reason that I wake up and she's mad. I swear to God. I'm pretty sure.
Just don't remember it.
Right. Well, I would have to blame it on the dumping in the yard at 3 a.m. But I don't know.
Do you have a dog that you could at least blame that
As a
on?
matter of fact, Static, as a matter of fact, a neighbor moved in next door, and they are wonderful neighbors, and they have 3 tortoises that live in the yard, and they are protected by some kind of dog. I don't know. It's one of those dogs that doesn't shed, but there's huge tortoises. I'm staring at them out of my front door right now, like 10 feet away from my front door. There they
That's
are.
crazy.
Yeah, so there is a dog. Maybe I could blame it on that dog.
Yes, blame the dog. I don't know what tortoise crap looks like, but maybe that would work too.
It looks a lot like our conversation has been going.
All over the place, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's all over the place. That's exactly what tortoise crap looks like. It's all over the place.
Oh man. Well, shit, dude. So where can people find you? Like social media, Facebook, Twitter,
Well,
anything like that. Also the prescribedfilms.com is a definite must go to.
thank you so much for saying that. No, personally, I haven't made my own web page yet. I haven't decided to do that. Maybe in the future I will. What I'd like everybody to know about is prescribedfilms.com, and that they can purchase a copy of a Blu-ray version of Demonica at prescribedfilms.com. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Honey, I got what you need if you into feeling rubbed.
Okay. So, and then can somebody
Oh, IMDb.
bend over and show you what you got for a pork chop or something? I think that's a Chingy lyric.
You can find me on IMDb. That's Internet Movie Database. Daniel Hampel, and I just want to thank you so much, Static, for this opportunity, and I cannot wait for you to come back to Iowa to keep kicking out some awesome tunes for us on KRNA or 107.9, whichever you prefer, but we
Well,
miss you.
I don't know if I'll quite do that, but you'll have my podcast.
All right.
I'll be back to visit from time to time.
That's fine.
But, I just like not having winter too much.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't like my nostrils freezing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I know. That's when you take an 18 pack of natty ice to the dome and sleep all winter.
There you go. Hibernate. Real quick, one more thing on prescribed films and Demonica.
Yeah.
You have a Blu-ray version? Are you gonna have a digital download for people to go to where they can just download it? For like charge like 10, 20 $15 for the digital download. That way there's no production cost for you.
Okay, from what I understand, that is coming, and that will be through Amazon, but that's not announced officially yet. So it's not official, but yes, in the future, that's what we're looking at is a downloadable, $5 payment and whatever. But come on, get the Blu-ray. You got all of the
I'm
takes
just
and
asking for the
bloopers.
people. I'm just asking for the people like that, might not even have a Blu-ray player right now. Just do everything
Oh,
through their
absolutely.
computer or like iTunes and stuff like that. So, don't want them to feel left out. But yes, if you have a Blu-ray player and don't just do everything online, go get the Blu-ray, watch the special features, the commentary, not by Justin Bieber.
Justin Beam.
Yes, Justin Beam, not Justin Bieber.
The amazing.
Uh, are you on any of the commentary at all, or
I
any of the special features?
I am in the special features quite a bit, but I'm not on the commentary. It happened. It was a very precarious time for all of us, so I never had a chance.
What voice was that
It
one?
was a very precarious time for all of us. Yes.
Precarious Time, Prescribed Films by Demonica.
Say no, no. God, is that what I just totally like hashtagged? Did I just face tag that?
Maybe. It's going up on your wall.
Damn it. Because it's gonna make no sense, Static. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll go up on your wall, though.
All right.
But I do want to thank you for coming on, being one of the first guests here on Uncontained.
Dude.
And
It's been amazing.
Thank you for stopping by. It's been great talking to you, and look forward to checking out your projects that you got going. I'll just recap them. Prescribed Films, Demonica, Night of the Babysitter, and currently shooting My Friend Max, correct?
Thank you
with Doug Jones, the Silver Surfer.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks again to Daniel Hampel for coming on the show today. And make sure you check out prescribedfilms.com and get that Blu-ray copy of Demonica. Also, you can check him out on Facebook and IMDb. And keep an eye open for his upcoming film, My Friend Max. So make sure you stop by iTunes, rate, review, and share with a friend. This is Uncontained. Until next time, live uncontained.